If you've ever broken your favorite fishing rod, you know how upset that can make you. I've got a fishing rod storage rack in the corner of my garage, but as you can see, it's pretty well overwhelmed. And I don't have a lot of wall space in my garage. So what I thought I'd do today is create a fishing rod storage rack that you can attach to your garage door. There's a lot of open space there, and I've seen some commercially available products to do this, but I think with some 1¼ PVC pipe and some odds and ends from around the shop, I can make one myself. Why don't you come along? For our mounting boards, we need 3 pieces, 16 1/8 inches long. So we'll just cut these here on the chop saw. We're going to use a Craig jig to put holes in the ends of our boards. And to use one, you just put the board up against the jig here, center it, and use your cam clamp to hold it in place. On the front side, there are these bushinged holes, and we're going to use our step drill and a stop collar and drill down through 2 of those holes. What you end up with is a pocket hole that's coming in at an angle and coming out the other end. The reason we want to do this is our garage door isn't much thicker than this board. So if we're trying to screw the boards to our garage door, we could easily puncture the other side. Using these angled pocket holes, I can drill up into the metal beam at the top and down into the support beam across the bottom of our opening, and we don't have to go towards the garage door itself, and it should work out pretty well. Let's get these others drilled. Well, our boards are drilled, so all we need to do now is paint them up white and get ready to mount them. I used a piece of tape to mark our chop saw at 2 1/8 inches long. That's how long I want to make my PVC pieces. So we just need to cut 12 of those, and we'll be good to go. I think the chop saw works better than a hacksaw, so we'll give this a go. Perfect. To prepare our 1¼ PVC for mounting, and you've seen on a lot of these programs where to mount a piece of PVC, a lot of people put a large hole on one side, small hole on the other side, and that way they can slide their screwdriver through and tighten a piece of PVC down. But instead of doing that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill a small hole, a 1/8 inch hole on each end of my PVC pipe. And then I can use some 1/2 inch Phillips head screws and screw those right to my board from the outside, and I don't have to put that big ugly hole in the middle of my piece of PVC. We're just coming in about 1/4 inch and put 2 little holes. Now we need to drill all 12 of our pieces of PVC like that. Now for 6 of them, we need to put a slit in them because that'll be the tip of our rods, and we want to be able to drop those in. And I don't have to cut a big gap. I think that this thin wall 1¼ PVC will be thin enough that all I need to do is cut a kerf across there and it'll open up for me. And to do that safely, I think I'm going to use this wooden clamp and just clamp it in and saw it. Now keep in mind, if this is the door, I don't want my slit out here in the front because when the door opens, that slit will be on the bottom. So we're going to put the slit up here on the top, very near where we have our screws. And then when it opens up, your rod can go in, and when it turns, the slit will be on the side and your rod will still be laying in the bottom of the piece of PVC. Now see how that's worked out? That's just cut, and I can open it up just enough to get my rod tip in, and I don't have to make that any wider, and actually it'll hold better on our board. So all we have to do is 6 like this, and we're good to go. I drilled a set of pocket holes on the end of a piece of scrap wood, and that way I could tell where the center points are going to be in order to pre-drill my holes in my metal rib here on my door. So we're going to mark where our holes go using my little jig, and then we can just pre-drill so that we can get our screws up into this piece of steel. Mount these right here. We use our level to make sure that we're straight up and down here. That's looking pretty good. So now we'll just take a hole punch and we can pop those. This is just thin aluminum here on this rib. And a hole punch will make our starting hole, and then we can screw down the bottom of our metal board. Our board's secure, so now we just need to mount our pieces of PVC to our board, and we'll be on our way. And what I'm doing now is I'm just finishing up installing our pieces of PVC pipe. You recall that this center section gets 6 of these without a slit because they're going to hold the handles, and we're going to alternate them back and forth on the fishing rods. So there we go, 6 pieces solidly mounted in the middle of our garage door. Now we just need to install the left side, and maybe we'll try it on a couple poles before we go ahead and do the right, just in case we need to modify things a little bit. On the left hand and right hand side, we're mounting the 1¼ PVC with the slit at the top. We've got 2 of these mounted. Make sure you mount them so the slit's on the top, not upside down, because when the door rotates up, the rod still needs to hang in your piece of PVC. Well, there we go. We've got the left side installed. All we need to do is load a couple poles here and see how that looks. Well, the left side looks really good. The poles seem to hang up real level, and I believe it's going to work really well. All we need now is to finish the right hand side. Well, I've got the right side installed now, so all we need to do is load our rack up and give it a test. And there you have it. We've taken some 1¼ PVC pipe and a few odds and ends from around the shop, and we've created garage door rod storage. If you like my videos, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. If you'd like to see some more of my videos, just click right there. We'll see you next time.